back, guys? We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and this Videl celebration is jam-packed, dude. We have got a lot of really good content here, including a lot of buffs for very, very mediocre, bad, small category teams, which is definitely very good, including an EZA for this Yamu and Spopovich unit right here. I think this is going to be a pretty solid free-to-play unit, all things considered, right? So they're now a World Tournament category leader, 77%, which is fine, right? On super attack, I believe they're lowering attack and defense along with healing 7% HP, so obviously healing is nice. Then over here on their passive, looks like they get 90% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they get 2 key and 20% attack with each super attack performed. And then they get 20% defense with each attack received, up to a max of 160%. So definitely very, very solid right there. Obviously, links are the same. But one thing about this unit, right? So they're on World Tournament, Boo Saga. This is Terrifying Conquerors, Join Forces, Earthling, and then Mind and Body Erosion, but the translated global category is called Corroded Body and Mind. So, like, Corroded Body and Mind, Earthling, Terrifying Conquerors, but basically every category they're on except for Boo Saga really could use the help. And I mean, I guess another villain, like the villain side of Boo Saga getting better is obviously not a bad thing as well. So this is a really solid EZA unit right now. The only thing I'm really trying to figure out is why they're going back to the Boo Saga now. It doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, a lot of, like, I guess a lot of times they do just do random stuff, but still it's a little bit quirky. So they're starting out with 60k defense. Definitely not a unit I think that's going to be too terribly good for, like, short-term events, like, you know, Super Battle Road and stuff like that. I mean, they are basically at 1 million right there, and, like, they need to super, like, I don't know, like, 7 or 8 times in order to fully build up, right? But their defense does go up as they're getting hit. And keep in mind, that was them with no links active. Like, I've got a number of characters here on the team who, you know, we're actually going to be able to get links and stuff with them active. But you know how the luck of the draw for showcases go. You know, we start out, of course, with double Goku and Vegeta in the same rotation as Yamu and Spopovich. Maybe they're... like, you could probably get the best setup for... I mean, they would be good on Terrifying Conquerors, but a really, really good setup for them would definitely be on Corroded Body and Mind. The only thing is, like, man, I don't know, double Tech Janemba is just, he's a hand. I'm just not a fan of using that unit without, like, a powerful Rainbow Orb Changer to really, like, get enough orbs on the field. So that's the only thing about running that category team. I mean, it is nice, you know, being able to use all extreme class units at 130%, but you really do have to bring, like, a villain Rainbow Orb Changer in order for, like, that Janemba to really be working good, right? You know, have, like, a Rainbow Orb Changer, then, like, maybe have, like, the Janemba's Float or something like that. It definitely can work. All right, so here we have Babidi and Deborah. This is giving us Brutal Beatdown. Now, Babidi and Deborah, they do buff, I believe, Majin Power, which Yamu and Spopovich are obviously not on. That's actually one thing I really do think was a bit of a miss by Dokkan, is that they gave, like, Majin Power is only actual, like, Majin Buu characters themselves, and then, like, you know, just, like, 21 and Oob, who are kind of, like, just, you know, from Buu, right? I do think that all of the Babidi characters, Yamu and Spopovich, Yakan, Deborah, all of them, I think, should have been on Majin Power as well. All right, so we're up to 1.57, which is pretty good. I mean, the thing is, I feel like once they're fully built up, their defense and their attack are going to be, honestly, at pretty acceptable levels. Like, again, it's like this unit on, like, I don't know, Pure Saiyan or something like that. It's probably not the craziest thing ever. But, like, the teams are on, like, World Tournament. They're probably... Are they, like, one of the 5 best units on the World Tournament category? Maybe. Like, it's not like World Tournament is that great, right? So it's like any buffs we can get for these smaller teams in the terms of, like, free units, EZAs, anything is really, really helpful, right? I think now that we've gotten in such quick succession 3 sort of, like, very, like, unhyped Dokkan Fests, and, you know, we've gotten Videl now comes out tomorrow. We had Pikkon, you know, who comes out on Global, like, tomorrow. And then we got Trunks and Goten, who also are, like, I would count them as, like, a non-hype sort of Dokkan Fest, right? with all 3 of those in quick succession, just in the last 3 months, dude, Dokkan really needs to update the friend system. I mean, if they're gonna do Dokkan Fest like that, that's fine. But, like, you can't use them. Like Videl, right? Like, on that Peppy Gal team is probably gonna be pretty interesting. But, like, I wonder if people are even gonna be running Videl. Like, it doesn't matter how good she is. Like, you know, like, Pycon is good, Android 13 is good, like, characters are good, and people don't really run them. So, I need Dokkan to give us that friend system update. We need that. That way, like, you know, you could summon, you know, conscience free for a character like Videl if she's your favorite character or something like that. And you know, like, oh, guess what? I'm going to be able to actually use her on, like, all these teams and stuff like that, right? So that's something I really hope that we could see from Dokkan soon. Like, they've done everything else we've needed, right? They've given us, you know, the link level update. So many things are really great additions to this game. We just need that friend system update really to come in clutch. All right, so here we have Brutal Beatdown. We have Demonic Power. This is a link I'm actually not too familiar with. Obviously, there's not a high amount of characters that have Demonic Power. Let's take a look at this. All right, so this is Demonic Power right here. Wow, it's good. 20% attack and 10% defense. Why did they give this to Yamu and Spopovich, though? I don't really get it, right? Because it's like all these, like, Mira, Demigra, Toa. Like, Deborah. Oh, there is an SR. These SR Deborahs do have it. Okay. But they didn't give it to the TUR Deborah. I mean, it works good with her, right? The support Demon Goddess Toa. That does work. And then what was the last link they had active? It's Tough as Nails. Is that Tough as Nails that Demon Goddess Toa has? No, it's Shattering Limit. Okay, so we have Shattering Limit, Demonic Power, and Brutal Beatdown active. What is her defense at? Defense is at 114k. We could get Brutal Beatdown for a little bit of extra attack power if they're in the middle, but obviously we want them to get hit to continue building up their defense, right? Because they need to super attack and get hit. What is it, 8 times? I think it's 8 times to fully build up, right? Am I stupid? It's 8. I think it's 8. Up to 2.26, huh? And they're lowering attack and defense on super. They're healing as well. Yeah, I think they're solid, man. Like, this is good. Again, the category teams they're on, we badly need these buffs. Like, that's really, really helpful. So, I'm liking this. I think this is turning out to be a very, very strong update and celebration. Yet again, I thought the Trunks and Goten celebration, at initial glance, it's like, I don't know, but they made it work. I think that Trunks and Goten unit is fantastic. I think their team is really fun. They gave us even more support for the team with the Tech Goten, who comes out alongside Videl. There was, 4 EZA units during that celebration, and now we're getting a bunch of EZA units during this celebration as well. We're getting a minimum of 4 EZA units during this Videl celebration, and then we're still likely getting at least 1 more, too. So, very, very well done by Dokkan. All right, so what do we have with TUR Deborah? Only Brutal Beatdown. Okay. Dude, they're at 194. I'm gonna do this. So we're not gonna get Brutal Beatdown again, right? But we are gonna be able to see a good attack stat from them. And, we're gonna be able to probably fully build up their defense after this turn. So let's go ahead and see how well they do. Again, they're probably gonna take some damage right here from the super, unless... Now, this shouldn't be too bad. 200k? I'm okay with 200k damage, if that's exactly the number it is. That's fine. Yeah, their defense is now fully built up. We still have several attacks to go. So they're just like building that power, building that power, building that power. Now, one of the big things about their EZA, right, is that their stats are a little bit more in line with a proper unit. The one thing that really holds free-to-play units back is, like, it's very rare for them to be above, like, 11,000 attack. It's such a small number, right? Usually their defense is a very, very pitiful, pathetic number as well. But, like, by EZAing these units, you're putting them not really on par, right? I mean, this is close. Typically, like, banner units right now are in the 14,000 attack range. Their defense is still a little bit low, but it's a little bit more acceptable. I mean, their actual defensive stat. Clearly, after they get hit a couple times, their defense is at a good level, right? Wait, here, we're gonna have Kid Buu next turn, right? Yeah, we will. Okay, so let me go ahead and pop a Princess Snake right here. just to make sure that we, for sure, have 80% HP next turn. And I'm going to go ahead and go all out, and let's see if we can't finish off this Goku on this rotation. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to pop these Fruit of the Tree of Mights so we can get maximum ki, and we could just eviscerate this Goku right here. Get this turn done, and then next turn, we'll see what Yamu and Spopovich are able to provide, right? But they're pretty good. So this is the third. There's still more units to showcase too, right? There's this new STR Great Saiyaman and Videl unit. The Int transforming like Gohan into Great Saiyaman also is another unit that got an EZA, right? Like there's a ton of characters, which I love, right? A celebration that gives us a lot of characters is definitely a very, very good thing, right? So we'll keep going. I'm probably still going to do a data download video. Celebration info, by the way, is still only in a few hours, so we'll definitely, that will be exciting because we're gonna see what the main summonable unit EZA is. I'm really hoping they give us like a joint EZA for a bunch of Peppy Gal units, because if they do that, then that's gonna make Videl much better on her own team. 260k defense, huh? Again, this is them with Brutal Beatdown, Demonic Power, and Shattering the Limit. Demon Goddess Toa is a relatively solid partner for them, too. She's going to work fine. Again, Demonic Power and Shattering the Limit, as well as her support type ability. The only thing is, she's on what with them? Terrifying Conquerors, and then the Buu Saga / Battle Wits team. I mean, I guess you could bring her on Corroded Body and Mind as well, because obviously Tech Genema could bring any extreme class character in there at all, right? So that's going to be very good. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Like, what do you guys think of this Yamu and Spopovich? I'm actually fairly impressed. I love this. This is how Dokkan remains on top. 4 mil, huh? Okay. 4 million with 260k defense. Now, obviously, again, this is a unit. You're not going to bring them in the Super Battle Road and they're going to dominate, right? They lower attacks. So they can be handy, I guess. But like Infinite Dragon Ball History, Legendary Goku event, the longer events, they will be good. And like typically that doesn't always impress me. It's like, okay, there's a billion units that do that. But the difference with Yamu and Spopovich is that they're on some of these like low quality category teams. So those teams, World Tournament, Earthling, Crota Body and Mind, need the help any way they can get. And this is a free-to-play unit. So I'm very satisfied. Very solid. The only thing I would say, their sticker, not exactly top tier. That's the one thing I would say, right? Like the sticker effect is on them. Yeah, it is. That's their sticker. So let me know what you guys think of Yamu and Spopovich EZA. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.